Mr. Harshman and myself tonight. And the Tuesday wind up for the Crayola Harshly production of CSHR Radio and Bellic Media and the Reality. Come say hello, everybody. How are y'all out there tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. And speaking of fantastic shirts, here you go. CSHR, CrayolaSec Harsh Reality.
That's right. We have merchandise, people.
Yeah.
We have
So, I mean, we got, obviously, with today's show, we get to have fun talking about the week ahead. And we always show a show. So, but let's talk more Thursday because we're going to be on site.
Yeah, tomorrow night
I'll be
is
playing the drums.
No, well, if I can get away with not playing, I will. But I mean, anybody who's tuned lives for the jam nights has seen me, hopefully, or hopefully not. You know, for lack of a better way of putting it.
You might be asked to play the drums again. That's
well, that was basically how it was Thursday. I mean, Johnny, one of the guys that runs it, was so adamant about me playing, he would not leave me alone until I actually got up there and played. You know, so I don't know why. You know, but whatever. But anyway, Brickyard tomorrow night from Baton Rouge, of course, with Julian Savello, Dakota Savello, and Taylor. I need to get Taylor's last name. He was going to shoot me for not knowing his last name now at this point. But it's fine. He's actually one of my favorite bass players anyway. And a special shout out to Ryan Roy if you're watching, sir. I don't know if you're watching or not, but hey, Ryan, how are you? And then, of course, Thursday night we have Phil Brady's. And then our usual show on Friday. So that's basically all I have going on.
Who's going to be on the Friday show?
I don't know. I need to get with Bob because Bob wants to be on the show. The only problem is the only computer he has that Zoom is at his shop. I mean, he's 68 years old. I'm just about to operate a phone. Yeah, it is what it is. Shout out to Mr. Bob Sanchez at Baton Rouge's live music as well. Jody Mayu, if you're tuning in as well, still waiting on your PNG formatted pictures so I can add you to the live stream for one of our sponsors. And if you want advertisement, you need to let me know something. You know, here's a sponsorship. And my son says, "You suck. How dare you forget his last name?" Where did Harsh go? Just off the. Hello, Harshmed. Okay, well, it's just me now. I don't know what happened with Harsh. Anyway, we have 7 people watching. Something in the comments, please, so I'll at least know what to talk about because I have no idea what's going on now. Okay, I see Harsh in StreamYard, but I don't see him on the Zoom call. Harsh, where are you? Difficulties. So that's basically what we have lined up for this week. There's a lot of stuff going on. Recently, there was a plane crash in Dallas. Unfortunately, 5 members of the commemorative Air Force passed away. I want to say it was Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. It was during an air show, and they were doing a bomber type. I forgot what exactly they call that formation, but a P-63 struck a B-17 Flying Fortress, and unfortunately, all people involved. There's Harsh. There you are. What happened? Okay, he's connecting to audio. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
Yeah, that was kind of messed up. We just had we just had the what was I gonna say, the electricity for a minute, so now the internet's been weird.
But you got to
So
every time, everything.
so on that note, yeah, well, speaking of which, I mean, and some of the other stuff, I think I might actually arts and crafts and music pages too.
I mean, that would actually help.
Right. Yeah.
No,
And I was speaking of which, I gotta send you something later. Not right now, but like I gotta do something later because I think I got some artwork for partiality with. Some,
keep up the
it's
good
Tryout
work.
Tuesday for a reason.
According to Saul Fio, is that how you pronounce that?
I believe so.
Or is it Saul Few? Fuel. Fuel.
Feel. I don't know.
Thank you, Saul. We shall try that. We shall try to keep up the good work. Although it is me, and nothing I ever do ever turns out well. But we try. Trying to get internet back, Harsh.
Oh, the internet is back now. Let me just I should join in, so it's gonna be like
You can always mute your audio until you're straight. I mean, it doesn't matter. Or he just jumps off. Either one. Oh, there he is. Never mind. Hey, there he's back.
Yeah, for a channel. So yeah.
So I'm talking about if you've seen the but basically a P-63. What do they call it? A P-60? I forgot what they call it. It's the specific name that they call it. It's a World War II era plane. Struck a B-17 Flying Fortress. King Cobra, that's it. Thank you. P-63 King Cobra struck a B-17 Flying Fortress, and unfortunately, all pilots and flight crews involved passed away. They're still trying to determine the cause of the accident, and I'm not an airplane pilot by far, but in all honesty, if you watch the video, because there's several videos out there now at this point of the accident occurring, it looks like the P-63 was actually in a bank turn, and that the B-17 actually fell in his blind spot. And I know that sounds kind of odd because a B-17 is not a small plane far, but
Right.
you're
The whole
underneath,
thing sounds odd. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, but when you're underneath another plane and you're in the middle of a bank turn, you know, the bottom of your plane's going to pretty much shield everything around you away from you. You're not going to see it. And that's basically what it looked like happened. He didn't see the other plane. He hit it. All pilots and flight crews involved passed away. It was a very tragic accident. And we lost mine as a war movie. There are 8 national examples of B-7 in operation, and there's about 463s actual operation. There's several, you know, complete in museums, stuff like that, airwar. And it was completely accident. A lot of people say it looked intentional, but there's no way in hell these people would kill themselves on purpose. Not in that manner, anyway.
Yeah. Right. You know, we never really find out what really happens until years later. That being said, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just an accident.
It looked like it was, to be honest with you. I watched the video several times myself, and it looks like he just did not see that other plane, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And he was actually a current United Airlines pilot. The 2 pilots that were in the B-17 involved were retired airline pilots, and I think one of them had a military background. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I know it was a risk. Thankfully, but fortunately, all the parties involved lost their lives. Aircraft like that. So I mean, you not only have the loss of life, you have the loss of history at the same time. You know,
I don't like people ride around these vintage aircrafts. Like, what is the point of flying these things at this point? Like,
I mean, they don't get into the shows. They're very fun to watch because those planes do things that today's planes are designed to do, especially the fighter planes from back then. Except they had gas engines and not jet engines. You know, those guys can actually make those planes do some strange stuff.
Right, but my thing is, if they're that old and they're that valuable, why like even, you know, why bother even trying to mess around with them? Is what
I think. Well, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some complete planes in museums, but only so many of them are actually usable. And most of them again. But at the same time, it's always great to look at something in a museum, but it's always better to watch actually in. You know, so if you have a piece of history that actually still functions, I mean, look at classic cars. You can use that as an example. First steam powered vehicle. You know,
yeah, like, I believe he does,
and it's fully functional. You know, and he does drive it every once in a while, and it's something interesting to see. You know, like a working relic, basically. You know, it's interesting to see that stuff operate. You know, or how it worked. Good example would be like USS Kidd right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where I live at. That that ship is literally 85% complete. And it was rebuilt using volunteer work. From the time it was struck by a kamikaze in World War II to now, it was completely refurbished up to the point where it's only 85% complete because it doesn't have the modern technology it would need to actually go into battle today. But it is 100%. Everything is fully functional on the boat, but it's permanently moored, which is kind of odd to me.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, it's crazy. Technology for computers. To me, no one, but I'm just saying, like random people are driving Studebakers and stuff. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, you think about it now, the military probably has technology we haven't even heard of, much less know to use.
And that is true.
You know, I mean, but that's what gives us an edge, a tactical edge. Technology nobody else has.
Yeah.
I mean, these fighter planes, as simple as they are, were because they were lightweight, you know, and so on and so forth. And still being able to fly those and go through training in order to do that. You know, have to be members of the Civil Air Patrol, a ton of other things to be able to do that. Yeah, it gets kind of weird, you know.
But that it does. Yeah. So team is football players from the University of Virginia were killed today by an ex-football player, allegedly. So
Was it like another mass shooting type?
something like that, yeah.
I can't even say what is wrong with me today. I was going to look up the news story. Was it the Virginia Cavaliers by any chance? Oh no, University of Virginia. Let's see. So Christopher Darnell Jones Jr. He was on a class field trip with the victims. They had field trips in college.
Really?
That's a new one. So UVA spokesperson Brian Coy told CNN Tuesday night that Jones was on the bus returning from a trip to Washington, D.C., where the class had seen a play. Yeah, I've just seen a picture of the three guys he shot. Did it have I'm going to motive? Even have a motive?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if they listed the motive.
Hang on, I'm reading. I mean, the only thing it says is that Jones faces 3 charges of second-degree murder and 3 counts of using a handgun in the commission of a felony. I don't see anything on there. I'm still reading it, but I don't see any.
Yeah, I don't either. And I don't think we're gonna find out about that for a long time.
So Jones was also involved in a hazing investigation on campus that was closed because witnesses would not cooperate. I wonder if that was retaliation.
Well, that would probably, if he felt bad about it years later, I'm sure that would.
Yeah.
And he did, and he was apprehended without any confrontations. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing's just weird.
You know, I never did understand the hazing thing because these people willingly participate in it.
It's so weird. Like, I always used to think, like, oh, it was just to bring people together, build character, and go to lumps and all that. But now look looking back, it's kind of stupid. I don't get it anymore. It's just like,
I mean, even when I was in school, they didn't really have much hazing there. I mean, yeah, the big fraternities did, but the little small fraternities, you know, I mean, if you wanted to be a member, they made you be a pledge for a while, but it wasn't nothing crazy. I mean, yeah, you would play drinking games and shit like that, but that's just part of the college experience.
but well, I don't know. It's just weird. People try to go out of their way for something. It's just really strange. I don't know, but
You look like you're having so much fun. But
no, I'm just checking up on certain things.
I know, I'm just giving you a hard time.
Anyway, I mean, it is kind of funny. It's like the minute the circus isn't on the live stream, all of a sudden it's a lot more serious and a lot more focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, if I died, I would go buck naked doing fentanyl, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
That's a hell of a thing to die doing.
Oh God. I'm just thinking about the mosh pit in Majesta right now. There's such like cartoon characters.
I don't know what happened. I love those guys, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Especially my mosh pit crew, and I love Majesta's crew as well. You know, there's some great people. They really are.
They are. They especially give us so many highlights.
Yes, definitely.
You fucking I'm not freaking I'm gonna reach quick.
I say let's drop the link. We might as well make it open for them now. I mean, it's up to you. It doesn't matter to me.
I'll drop the link, see if anyone joins.
Let's see.
I'll have them form. If not, then you know.
Well, let's see. Oh, I like that. Now seen that. Is that wood?
Wood.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it is. I'm not sure though.
That is awesome.
She's doing great work like that.
Yeah, I would say that's some pretty good work, actually.
I mean, maybe we could have her do some for CrayolaSec then.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see. Why is this doing this? This stupid thing. Why does it hate me so much?
I don't know. I guess it's that time of the week.
Let's see. Where else can we send this? I'm just sending it everywhere. Shit on it.
Yeah, it's so funny. Remember that one time when when we were live streaming Joe Charter, talking about being in a promoting a white supremacist group.
Yeah.
Like, you remember we just made that into a live stream? And then he sees like Majesta at the bottom right, like on the right hand side of the show, and he's like, Who's that hot tamale? And I'm like,
Somebody that would kill you in one finger stroke. No way in hell that she would even give him the time of day, much less.
I would hope not.
But I doubt it seriously.
I mean, you know. So funny.
So what else is happening in the wide world of Chicago?
Not that much right now, outside of just more shows and more concerts and more sporting events, I suppose. I mean, I might go to another open mic night tomorrow from Shanahan's. So
That sounds fun.
yeah.
Actually, like I said, those guys, I watched part of you live this morning. Those guys were actually very talented.
Yeah, they are.
I would talented actually.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Let's see.
They
I'm
really
trying
are.
to get doobie doobie
I
doo.
mean, it's so weird. Like you, every time you go to those open mic nights, sometimes it's blah, but a lot of times you're just surrounded by so many talented people. It's just ridiculous. It's just like absurd. Like people, like sometimes people form bands because of open mic night.
Right. Well, I've actually seen that happen several times.
Yeah.
Um, it- it's not normal, but it happens.
It really depends. I mean, then again, for the musician over at least like 10, 20 different bands. So
That's something that blues are concerned. Start that genre kind of disappeared in a sense.
yeah.
I mean, it's like people aren't interested in music like they used to be.
No, really not. Like
You know, and I hate to do this, but music is an art form. Music
it
is the
is.
reason we have 90% of the things we have. Because without creativity, there's no music. And without music, there's no creativity. And no creativity means no innovation.
Open mic nights. Some of the people are a younger crowd, but a lot of the times they're like middle aged and older.
Yeah, because the rest of them are too busy at home playing on Snapchat or on Facebook or Instagram or whatever the hell they're doing nowadays. I mean, oh God, I just sounded like an old person when I said that. Why did I even say that?
He did, Grandpa Scott.
Back in my day, we just
Bonder.
we walked both ways in the snow, and that was neck deep
Well, back in my
with no
day,
shoes.
we could only watch WGN if we wanted to watch baseball. Wanted to watch Harry Carey. That's Stone.
That's right, folks. We're calling it here for the baseball. I think I just dropped my bottle on the floor.
Baseball.
I think there's more than one bottle on the floor here at the baseball diamond and the Cubs. Are you okay there, Harry?
I dropped the.
I got it.
I dropped the. I dropped the bottle on the floor as Jerome Walton dropped a fly ball. I didn't know it matched.
Oh, I've heard him actually do that when he was still alive. He missed like an entire call on a play. Like the entire diamond just erupted shit. And then all of a sudden Harry's like, and there you have it. Coming up to the bat. It's like, dude, you just missed an entire fucking major play. What the fuck is going on over there?
Yeah. I mean, at least with TV, if you miss a play, you can just like be like, oh, there you have it, not say much. Whereas if you miss a play during radio, it's like, wow, you really fucked your audience.
Yeah. Well, Welcome to Harry Carey's world.
No, he was doing the radio at the time. I was just doing TV.
No, he was TV. I forgot what game it was, but I was watching. I remember being of it, but I remember like one guy hit home run and like the bases were loaded, everybody made it home, and then Harry goes, "So there you have it. Now coming up the bat is I was like, dude, you just missed like a freaking run that RBIs out the ass, and you just missed all of it."
Well, to be fair, I'm sure Steve Stone didn't all get, and there he 20 and he just had a high five. At 88 miles an hour, and I'm glad I'm getting with Harry because Hawk never left.
That's because Harry kept falling asleep. He kept alcohol poisoning.
It's like Harry. Oh, hold on. Like he took a nap after game, and Steve.
Yeah, Steve starts talking, and this like brutally. Great play, guys. I don't know what I have to say about it. He didn't even watch the play. What I have to say about it is those are awesome plays. But have you ever tried in your ramen noodle? What? What the
Have
fuck?
you ever tried your ramen noodles with a Bud Light?
Yeah, with a Bud Light and with a little pinch of lime. And wait, where are we? We're at a baseball game. This is Harry Carey.
I kind of felt bad about that because, like, Harry Carey before the stroke was actually like a competent broadcaster. Because I remember when he used to broadcast with the White Sox, he was a lot more. Well, hi Jimmy, Parasol, you gotta run backwards again.
Well, it's no different than Bob Dylan if you think about it that way. If you want to go into weird things that people started doing and never got out of.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan's like, yeah, hard to handle. And now he's like, hey, people, every fucking song he does now. I mean, he just never got out of it. Harry just had a stroke and then stayed drunk until he finally died.
Pretty much. Because I remember, like I said, I remember when he would, seeing some of his older games that he broadcast for the side broadcast, Ryan Lewis, and he was a lot sharper,
Yeah.
Like you said, for the Cubs, like, hi, how y'all doing?
Yeah, like you said, he had a stroke, and on top of that didn't help.
No.
I mean, you could literally be watching him on TV and he would fall asleep. I mean, they wouldn't show him doing it, but you could tell.
Oh yeah,
because it would be like a 5-minute stretch of just dead air. People are playing baseball. Like everything's going on. Like you're actually sitting there watching it because the announcer's just not even there.
Yeah.
Or he'd swallow right before you start talking after. So there you go. And you can't tell me I'm wrong because I know you've heard that before.
I don't know. He used to do that a lot. It's fine. And then on the other side, I kind of like Hawk Harrelson, always talking about, Dick Allen and the '67 Red Sox, like Dick Williams and the '67 Red Sox. It was so weird. He'd be like, I tell you what, Carly Stramsky, he had the biggest penis I've ever seen. I remember we're going somewhere, we're golfing, and he's talking about golfing. We're like, man, I tell you what, but I looked down and I saw the balls below that belt while he was teeing off. I'm like, damn, that's a big penis I've ever seen. And that's why Yas was such a great hitter.
Like that had anything to do with it. The ones that always miss. I mean, regardless of what context you catch me in, unless of course I'm doing commercials, obviously.
Yeah.
Jim Hawthorne was the voice for that man. Sounded exactly like his radio voice in person. I first met him, so used to hearing people not sounding like they actually do on the radio. He actually surprised me. You know, Scotty Drake, which was a famous radio guy here for a long time, introduced me to him. He goes, "Hey, Scott, come meet Jim." And then he turns around and he goes, "Hi, Scott. How you doing?" Okay. "Yes, that's right. My name is Jim Hawthorne, the voice of the LSU Tigers." It's like, dude, really? You're not on the radio. Calm down. It's okay. It's like he was stuck in that, you know? And some of them do that. You know, I mean, naturally, I have a powerful, deep voice. So I always sound like I'm on the fucking radio. I can't help it. But these guys they put on this voice and they get stuck with it.
I know, whatever pays the bills, right?
Yeah, well,
I think I could find a better voice to use in order to pay my bills. Just now. Because every time I want to sound like Kasem, no matter what I do.
could you imagine how horrible of a life that was? So, Casey, what would you like for supper?
I'm not exactly sure what I would like, but here's a from Ohio.
Well, to be fair, that still sounds a lot better.
You pregnant children.
Who is that?
I'm gonna rage quit.
Oh, that stuff. Oh, okay. Understood, sir. Jeez.
So, I mean, fair. Radio voices, as cliche as they sound, still sound a lot better than, you know, just a random point of like, you know what? Fuck you. Clean your kitchen, eh?
I mean,
like,
come
clean
on
your
now.
Microwave, eh? It's like, oh, so you're telling me you don't know how to use a stove. That's great.
Right.
That's great.
I mean, we literally talk to each other every day, me and you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just funny. I mean, could you imagine, like, if I used that commercial radio voice every time I called you? "Hello, Harsh. How are you today? Everything seems well with you. I hope you are."
I'd be like, are we live? Are we live?
And no, I'm being dead serious though. Some of these guys, when you meet them, that's how they are.
Well, thank you for listening to my show. I really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Johnny Carson. What the fuck? You know, I mean, come on. But, you know, I guess they loved that persona for so long, just expecting everyone to pretty much be looking for that when they talk to them, that they get kind of stuck in that, you know?
Right. Just, yeah, especially if you only speak one language, if you're going to be stuck in the same voice.
Well, I never did understand. And, you know, that's actually a class in journalism, how to use that voice. They literally do repeat things in succession, and you have to enunciate correctly. And then your voice also has to have a certain tone in order for you to be able to pass the test. Yeah. And you have to talk like that throughout the entire.
Jeez.
Obviously, as you can tell, I actually passed that test. But I don't.
I know.
Yeah, explain that to him, babe. I'm sorry. I didn't think before I posted the link in that chat. That's my bad.
Which link? The
the Zoom link. I accidentally posted it in Olivia's chat.
Oh, that.
So George is like, the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Everybody's asleep as usual. Where's Hart? Where's Hart been? Is he okay?
He's okay now. He just had to take care of a few things.
Okay.
He has his internet and everything, so should be fine.
Well, good, good. Tell him I'm worried about him.
All right, I'll let him know that.
At
In our
least,
chat.
yeah, he needs to at least pop in every once in a blue moon.
Hey, you could pop in on Friday. Who knows?
That'd be nice. I'd like to see him. I haven't seen him in a while. George
Yeah,
needs to
it's
start popping on too every once in a while.
Yeah, if it's just you, me, Junior, and Hart, then we should be fine for Friday.
Yeah, I know where everybody else is, so I couldn't tell you what's going on with that. So
Yeah.
I can make Livia on the roster just to piss her off.
Might as well.
I put it's supposed to be in.
No, I know. Okay, Olivia just kind of like opened the door for destruction. In a sense, look at her chat.
I had a boo boo.
No, I mean she's like talking about it, but feel free to join in the chat or the call in the comments. God.
I mean, yeah, at this point, unless some other people join, or you might as well wrap it up. So,
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
yeah.
Let's see.
The holidays are coming.
Yeah, the holidays are coming. Please do not kill anyone on Black Friday. This is a public service announcement from CSHR Radio. We want to make sure the larger than life community members do not trample other community smaller members in the local Walmarts on Thursday afternoon on Thanksgiving Day. This is commonly known as Brown Thursday. And no, it's not actually known as
whatever
Brown
you do during the
Thursday.
holidays, make sure you don't get a DUI.
It's not really known as Brown Thursday, but I just figured it was full of shit anyway, so I named it that just now.
Brown Thursday.
Yeah, Brown Thursday and Black Friday. Well, Black Friday is whenever the rot gut sets in from all of the crap you ate the day before.
Right.
You know, that's when you start shitting Black Friday.
Yeah. That sounds about right. And yes, PSA from the CSA from the CrayolaSec harsh reality and the harsh reality with harsh method CrayolaSec is try not to get pulled over. Try not to get arrested for any DUIs or any other crimes this holiday season.
Yes, for one, it is just morally wrong to do, and for two, they're gonna throw the book at you, especially if you do it during the holiday season.
Right.
Try not to over where your neighbor's Ring camera can pick it up either. That's another. I think I told you that story, didn't I? About the neighbor overdosing in my front yard.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yes.
That was a rather interesting experience, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the cops show up and it was mine, and it's a friend of mine. He's like, "Why do you have people overdosing in your apartment?" I was like, "Who?" And shit, I'm at the wrong address. Oh, yeah, but you think?
Yeah. All right, and on that note,
No, wait, hang on. Okay.
this has been another edition of CSHR.
That's right. Today was the 15th of November. 10 more days till Turkey Day. Make sure you buy your turkey now because the prices are going through the roof as we speak. Other than that, thank you, Joe Biden.
Turkey Day. Yep.
Yep. This 20-pound turkey is going to cost you $350, and that's that's just the slaw skinny of it. I suggest buy ham. Ham futures. Ham futures for all. It's coming up. It's a commodity. Yeah. On that note, it's been a fun Tuesday. Join us again Friday for some headlines. We'll see what kind of other shit we can make up. Y'all have a great day.
Have a great rest of your evening.